excited! Hi, my name is Rose. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, which was filmed beginning of February, I am now in self-isolation. I'm gonna take you around buying a terrarium and then planting a terrarium as well. And if you're a little bit impatient, you can skip all the way to the end for the current update of today, 1st of April. And also with my experience, my practical tips on what to look for, what to keep in mind when you're setting up your terrarium. So I decided to look up an aquarium terrarium shop here in Leiden, just wanting to look and see what's out there and get some information. And the owner is this insanely chatty older guy who was so sweet and used to be specialized in terrariums, which was awesome. So we had a little chat. He said, I may have a secondhand terrarium for sale for less. Knew it would probably be around 120 euros. And this one he has for 50 euros, which was way less than I was expecting. We walked into this old, messy place. We found it covered in spider webs and other stuff. So I wasn't able to bring it home right away because he needs to clear away a lot of other shit that was in front of it. But I bought it anyway, and I'm gonna pick it up next week. Eek! I'm so excited! I'm now the owner of a really beautiful terrarium. So bring on all the cool plants that I thought I would kill. I don't know yet what I'm doing, but yes, yay, I'm super excited. I just got back to the aquarium shop. It's 1 week later. Today is Valentine's Day, and I'm ready to pick up my terrarium. Let's go see it. Here it comes. They freed it. Woo! Mijn autootje is hier, dus dat is heel dichtbij.
Oh, dat is weer een beetje.
Here it is. Look at how big that is. So cool. There's still some old stuff from the reptiles in there. Once I got home with my little car and the big terrarium, I had a realization. Fuck. I cannot carry this thing by myself. But there's no one else. I was home alone, so I made it work. Look at me go. Very careful with all the steps while holding my precious glass terrarium. Yay! This is hopefully where the terrarium is gonna go, but a little bit more backwards because now it's sitting on a chair. This is like a temporary fix, but it's really, really dirty. He actually offered to clean it for me, but I said it's okay, let's just put it in the car because they were really busy with getting that whole space that you saw emptied out. So there's actually some mouse poop on the top. There's the old bits in there, so I'm gonna try and clean it up. Wish me luck. First I removed the old light thingy in there because that was for reptiles and super old. Then I scooped out all the disgusting terrarium stuff and cleaned it off just with water and a cloth. Poured out the water. There you go. It actually looks a lot better already. There are a few bites out of the glass. And here I still have to put in the little windows. There we go. The first few plants are in. These are my two Anthurium clarinerviums. This one obviously has a big struggle with not enough humidity. And then this one, I don't know what's wrong, but this is also humidity here. And the older leaves are yellowing. It's not happy for sure. There's a few updates on the terrarium. Today is 27th of February, and you can already see behind me, today I got 2 lights in from the HOYA. They were 10 euros and they are really, really purple. So I don't know if this is gonna be great. They're not that bright compared to my other grow lights back here. As you can see, they are a lot more bright, but I know for our eyes, green light comes across as the brightest, while blue and red light, so pink light, is the brightest for plants. So that does make sense. If you want to learn more about this, check out the podcast by, I think it was Bloom and Grow Radio or On the Ledge podcast, where they interview Leslie Halleck, who's a queen of grow lights. And she explains that lumen, which we use for our human eyes to say how bright a light is, has nothing to do with the effect a light has on a plant. So that's really, really interesting if you want to learn more about grow lights. I'm going to test these out. It looks very, very pinkish, purplish, but that's okay. And then we have another update. Let me walk you to here. Hello? Boyfriend created this base plate for underneath the terrarium. So that's gonna go underneath, and it is pink. I'm super excited about it. And then we also got some legs for it. Where are they? Let me show you. So we got these little legs. They are 30 centimeters high, so that it's gonna go a little bit higher than where it is now. And those are gonna connect to the plate of wood that we made for underneath. And the wood we reused from our scrap pieces of wood, so that's really nice. And the paint as well, it's just a bit of leftover paint that we had in our shed. So far, so good. It's finally starting to get together. Time to put together the little table. So I was trying to do this by myself, but my boyfriend is a little bit better at stuff like this. I want to be a feminist, but sometimes it's just very unpractical. I couldn't get the screws to go into the quite strong wood. So I asked him to help me out. There you go. The man of the house. I feel really bad, but I had to leave this in because it's the truth. I do love doing stuff by myself once he's helped me to understand how it works. And then I realized that the paint wasn't dry. So now that we got the little table ready, and once I got my hands clean, we're gonna, for the first time, try it at the height that it's gonna sit at. I'm really excited to see it because I don't know what I'm doing yet. We just measured this so that it fits underneath the other thing, but I'm so excited to see it and then finally put plants in it, because this table creates support on the whole bottom of the thing and on all corners instead of just on a few points like I had it when I had it on the chair for the first few hours. And one of you told me that that's very dangerous. Clean my hands. After I cleaned my hands and the floor, because there was paint on that as well, my boyfriend helped to lift the terrarium onto the little table and then slide it onto the wall where it's gonna sit. Yes! There you go. So far, so good. I think it already looks very cool. In order to get these lights on the inside, we're going to open up this metal a little bit with my boyfriend's help. We're gonna drill into the metal. And since we've been showing you all parts of the process, we thought it would be fun to show you this slow motion, seeing all the metal bits flying around. Pretty cool. This is our way of working, just improvising and making it work for the tools that we have. Time for another quick clean, just with water again. And then I move the light through the little hole that we made into the tank. There they go. It fits really well. The lamps have these little metal sides, so that's going to be super easy. I grabbed some metal wire that you can use to tie up your plants and use it to tie up my lamps to the little metal bit at the top of the terrarium. Now on the inside, we've got 2 lights, but a little bit more to the back of the tank. Hey, there's me in the reflection. Hello. So I'm going to try and figure out a way to put, if you see the overview, they're now quite far in the back. Maybe put one more here in the front corner. But that's for later. For now, let's switch it on. Mixer. Are we gonna put these in? Yes. Let's just put them in. Screw it. Then I put the doors back in, which was a little bit of a puzzle, but I managed in the end. Oop, there you go. And I let my leca soak for a long time so that it soaked up all the water to create the nice humidity in the tank. This was all the leca I had, so I basically reused all of it, grabbed it from all corners to fill up the tank a little bit. Are you ready for some plants? The first plants that I want to put in here are all my plastic baggie method plants, my propagations, because it will make the house look a little bit nicer once those are all not on our floors and on our windowsill. And I think I'm going to start with this HOYA. This is, ooh, it's actually really warm in here, so it might need some adjusting with less heat. This is my HOYA cutting that I got a while back. It's not dying, so it's doing okay. And I think it did create some roots. You can feel it being a little bit stuck. And I actually see some possible either new roots or new growth on there. But this is going to go in here so it's not so much in the way. I will need to add some heat in this thing though soon, because there is now probably going to be a nice humidity in here, but the temperature needs to be a little bit warmer. In this plastic baggie, I've got my Dischidia ovata that's been doing really well. It created 2 new growth points and probably also lots of roots, because all the leaves, okay, almost all the leaves that are in here still look very healthy. So that's definitely going to go in. This one is also a Dischidia that I really, really like. Dischidia milnei. It's the one with the round leaves that are a little bit, how do you say, like gray looking, a little bit matte. It definitely created lots of roots. I don't see any new growth yet, but hopefully that will come. Kind of want to leave some space in the front for the smaller plants. And also there are some cuttings that are not doing great, so they might need to be in the back so you don't see them so very well. Like this one, actually I might give up on this one. This is a HOYA camphorifolia, or it was, I should say, because this is the cutting. I mean, it doesn't look like it's gonna survive, so I'm gonna have to say bye to this one. It's dead. But that leaves more space for a new plant, so that's okay. HOYA numularia, which also may no longer be. This used to be my HOYA numularia cutting. Giving up on that one. But also in here are some ant plants. And this one actually seems to be doing okay. So this gets to stay. This can go in the back because that does not look very pretty. One more. This is my HOYA curtsii or curtisii. I see different versions of that name. It's a very short stick that's in here with, it seems to have a bit of roots because I cannot just lift it up anymore. Most of the leaves have died. There are 2 that are still there. So this seems to be doing okay. Let's see how it does in the terrarium. Now also going in here are my windowsill plastic baggie plants, I think. These are my Micans cuttings. Ow, my legs want to be different. Hold on. Okay. So my Micans cuttings are pretty adorable, I have to say. Look at this one with the little fuzzy leaves connecting itself to the older leaf. And there's more down here. Then this one here has a little leaf coming out. And yesterday I was at my friend Larissa's house and she told me a lot of her cuttings first put out one leaf and then they start to root. So I'm not giving up on these just yet. That's definitely going to go in there. I'm not quite sure about this because I want to be able to see these plants. And also I want them to have the best possible option, which might be still bright sunlight in the southern window because it's winter. But these are my pink princesses. This leaf is just about to open. And, ooh, don't touch your leaves ever. But I can see there is a small pink part. Not a lot on this one. This was my first one, and as you can see, the whole plant doesn't have much pink anyway. But that's okay, I still love it. Here's another pink princess. Here's a new leaf on this one. This is the one that I broke off. I broke off one full leaf and then one beginning leaf as well. So never touch your new leaves, kids. It's stupid. Don't do what I did. And there are 2 more baby plants in the bottom here. So this is going to be really nice. It seems to get a lot of pink on this new leaf, which you can't really see yet. So stay tuned for that. I'll give updates. The last pink princess. Yes, I have 3 right now, but they're all very small. So it doesn't count, I think. I'll give it some water. But I also, ooh, shit. Oh, I just hoovered the whole floor, vacuumed, and now everything is, okay, doesn't matter. I'll clean it up, boyfriend. Sorry. These are very wobbly. I'll give it some more soil and maybe a fresh stake. This new leaf is about to unfold. Doesn't look like a lot of pink. It used to have a lot of pink in the older leaves, as you can see, which is why I picked it. And this newest leaf has a really nice, a little bit of pink here and then a line of pink here, which I like. I can't see any pink yet on the new one. Don't touch your leaves, even though it's super, super tempting. It's so hard to not touch the leaves. Okay, now the floor is a mess, but this place is starting to look quite nice. I've got this syngonium that I just basically ignore. Her name is Babette. I haven't watered her in ages, I think, but she seems to be still very happy, which is a magical thing. I'm gonna give this to my friend soon, but maybe it wants to be in here for a little bit. What do you think? Oh, it needs a repot. Sorry, Babette. I'm gonna do that right now, actually. I'm gonna put this to the side. Give her some fresh soil so that she's ready when Ale gets her. I can put this baby in. My Birkin baby. See how that does. That looks quite nice. Ooh, I forgot. Oh, my Fittonia. Yes, perfect. These can go in the front so that it looks pretty. So I'm just going to make these a little bit more angled so that you can see them better. Yes, this is what I needed. I've got this little pot as well with some cuttings. This is a bigger one. Okay. Woohoo! That's it for now. I'll let you know what else I put in here and how it goes with everything, with the humidity and everything. Oh, one more thing I wanted to do is for a little while put this thing in there to measure the temperature. Right now it says 31 degrees centigrade, which is very, very hot. That's our summer temperature. That's because it was sitting in the sun. So good. So that I can see what it does with humidity and everything. Time for me to clean up. It's a bit of a mess in the house right now because of all this change, but I'm really excited to see how this goes, how my plants like it in there. Since filming that part, it's been about a month or even a little bit more, and I learned a few more things about terrariums. Since I don't have a fan yet, someone gave me the advice to leave both of the doors a little bit open, like 1 finger length, so that there is some airflow in there, which was a great tip. I think it was Isa who gave me that. Thank you. Also, it's been quite cold in here at night, colder even than in our living room. So just today I actually popped that dangerous heat mat in there that previously kind of melted my plastic baggie plants, whoops. But I put it on the side, not touching anything, so that it gives some heat. And I've actually ordered on Amazon a new safer heat mat, a fan, and new lights. Because these lights are not very bright. They're not doing a lot for my plants. Actually, I moved several of the HOYA cuttings into the window again with more sun for now. Once the new lights are in here, I can move them back into the terrarium. So it's been a learning process on the go. Although the pink princesses and the Fittonia seem pretty happy in here. And actually my anthurium is putting out a new leaf for the first time in maybe 6 months or 7 months. So that's really exciting. So I'd say definitely get a good lamp and a way to heat your terrarium a little bit, especially if it's winter. Create some kind of airflow in there as well. Oh, and one more tip from Niels, Aroy Jungle. He said to not put the terrarium on the floor, which we were not going to do anyway, but if you have one, don't put it on the floor, bring it a little bit up because the cold of the floor can really go into the tank more. So it will take more heat, more electricity to heat it up. So I hope that helps. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then give us a thumbs up. Do you have a terrarium or would you like one? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!